Do you know what that is? Right there. A construction area. That's where the new Autobahn is gonna go. It's gonna go right through here, right through the parcel. Right next to the parcel. Right next to our parcel, right here through the field is gonna go. Yes, it will. And it will come with the astronomical price for Slovenia, this Autobahn. It will be the price Slovenia never paid in its entire existence. Brutal price is going to be for this Autobahn. Let me see if I can get some crack right there from the trucks and from crane and so on. They have stuff. Let me see. I don't even see it properly. It's going to go right across the Krka River. And it's going to run all the way to Bela Krajina through Gorjanci. There is hills over there. You cannot see it from here. The architect of this lunacy here is none other than Milan Kučan, the one who commenced this project here that you see. Once our house here in this village was completed, was none other than Robert Golob and Milan Kučan. That's why I said this is the project that will bury Slovenia. This one is going to cost Slovenia more than that factory right there. That's a Krka pharmaceutical. It's going to be by far worse than this. Do you know how this project came to existence? It's not supposed to go here. This project is supposed to go, there were two other locations officially designated where there were no housing, where it was more convenient than to go through here. But because of Robert Golob, because of Slovenian parliament, I don't want to put everything on Milan Kučan and Robert Golob. They're not the people that decide about this nation only. It's other people, it's their opposition, supposedly the opposition, that decides about it. There were other projects, two other projects that were by far more, I'm not going to say suitable, but they were designated as more viable options than this option here, which did not exist anywhere on any map till our house here was completed at Krka. In the city, Trdinova, the MK Ultra violence was insane, the stuff that went on. And so father wanted to move out of the city as fast as possible, not exactly as far as possible, but as fast as possible. And this here was his option. There were no houses here behind. There was nothing here behind. He bought this land here from a village lady, and he's got a permit to build through, I would say, literally Krka pharmaceutical, literally through the people with whom he started the Krka pharmaceutical. I should say with the people who started with him Krka pharmaceutical. The person who got him a permit for this parcel here was Boris Andrijanic. Everybody knows him. And as soon as he placed this house here, Milan Kučan, who was a frequent visitor here with the Robert Golob, started a new plan, started to contemplate. But at first it looked like a joke that Milan Kučan was disregarded by the state architects that time in Yugoslavia. He was completely disregarded for at least 10 years. He was laughed at when he came with a plan. He's going to have a here Autobahn going right next to our parcel here, to Bela Krajina. Project could not possibly come to any realization because it didn't make any fucking sense. Till Slovenia became independent. And that's when Gregor Golobic, Školjč, all these ex-Yugoslav elements gathered all the power and from Slovenian parliament obtained, this is how far this shit goes. Exactly, that's how far it goes. Obtained the permits and everything necessary, started to contemplate on how this would be the option. Then the next thing they did, in meanwhile, what they would do is, what Kučan did in meanwhile, the areas, which I'm going to exactly find out which were the areas that they contemplated to use for this Autobahn. What Kučan did was, he populated those areas. He made them a heavy residential neighborhood, making sure that there would be no other option viable than this one here. In what became Slovenia, he would connect Zagreb with Ljubljana. Zagreb is this way, actually, Ljubljana is that way. It's not going to be confusing about that. Literally through the road, which they designed, would be, basically was as the option, as the only option left, would run right through here in the back and present this option as the only, I mean, it could not go anywhere else for us to understand each other. That was, as far as the Autobahn, that was the only alternative. They have many different alternatives, including what professional people who do the trafficking and stuff. I'm not going to express myself properly. I would have to go for the people that do design the cities, traffic and so on. They advised them the proper option was even on the other side of the city, through Bršljin and so on. And so this is what became an option. They had many different options, not only the two options that I stated earlier, but the two options that I stated earlier were the main options in Yugoslavia. If this road was to come to existence, those are really the options in Yugoslavia to become to existence. So because of the evil, because of the plain evil, because of the hatred, because of Milan Kučan, because of Robert Golob, and because of Slovenian hatred, we're going to have Autobahn going right here next to our parcel. And I guarantee you it's going to come with a special price tag. There you go. You see it? Kučan is going to get what Kučan wanted to get, but it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. No, I didn't want to talk about any of this stuff. I let them do this stuff. I wanted them to spit the kidneys and liver out first. And we're going to talk about the business, like the way they did with me. They were engaging in ethnic cleansing, in a total čistka, how you say in Slovenian language, we say. They didn't want a single fucking trace to be left out of us, of entire family. They could not stand, look at the gate. There is a gate right there at the entrance. I'm going to demonstrate you. That's the gate father bought through the salary I earned. Literally making arrangements with his comrade, Črtalić. He said, at least the gate you're going to bought. It's a big gate that comes right there. In between. This was the gate when he was in the parcel. Because of Milan Kučan, because of ex-communists here in Slovenia, that gate went down. That gate right there. I'm going to tell you exactly who did this stuff and how they wanted to do. Now we're going to do it. But not under their terms, not the way the terrorists wanted to do. We're gonna do it a different way. So this is gonna be a complete fuck up right here across the Krka River with a psychiatrist, Peter Kapsch, who was having tremendous fun laughing about it during the plans and during what he even witnessed on some other river they were doing the bridge on how it's gonna look. Even, I understand, they would close here the traffic and all kinds of stuff for the boats and stuff like this when they'll be doing the stuff. Lunacy, 2025. I'm looking forward to it. I do it like this so the Kučan can see me, so Robert Golob can see me, so that you can see me, so that you can remember who did this video. Milan Kučan stated, me personally, he stated, in front of Milosevic, in front of the Serbs that were coming inside of this house. And it was anywhere from Markovic to everybody else in Serbia, entire parliament was coming inside of this house. He stated to me like this, Milan Kučan's words to me, in front of the Serbs, in Yugoslavia, in what used to be Yugoslavia, once father built house here, Milan Kučan failed to get approval from the Serbs. The main one who was in charge for the highways, for the Autobahns, that was making decisions about the projects, financial investments, I should say. There was Serbs from Serbia, from Belgrade. And it was Milan Kučan who on several occasions had the Serbs here, these highest delegations from Serbia. And he was always told that option to build a road here, Autobahn here, is completely out of question. He had people here, Serbs, who protested him. They started to look at him strange because this project through here for the Autobahn toward Bela Krajina did not make them any fucking sense. None whatsoever. Milan Kučan personally will confirm this with Robert Golob, with Borut Pahor, with Danilo Turk, with all the communist, ex-communist garnitura, I don't know how you say that in English language. And again, this is not against the Chinese Communist Party, to understand each other. Chinese do not engage in ethnic cleansing against Chinese people in China. They just don't do that. They don't do this stuff. Milan Kučan demanded from me to acknowledge, understand. Like in the Yugoslav military, where they used to say, razumem, druže, whatever, blah, blah. He demanded from me to understand toward the end of Yugoslavia. I'm going to repeat his words. You did not like Yugoslavia. You wanted independent Slovenia. So now you will have the Autobahn running right through here. And I bet there is an archive, I bet 100% stuff I am talking about is somewhere audio recorded, if not even video recorded. This was the stuff that went on during MK Ultra. You don't like Yugoslavia? You're going to have an Autobahn going right here next to the parcel. Milan Kučan demanded originally, this is going to go like maybe 2 parcels away from our parcel. But Milan Kučan originally Milan Kučan demanded to go right here, next to the fence the father placed. Just like this. Those are his words. He was looking for me, and I'm looking for him now. He turned entire village against me. Entire village started to hate me because of this. This village is up to no good. This people up to no good. He make it up to them with the jobs, with loans, with the credits, with all kinds of stuff. They're up to no good. If they were any good, this thing would never happen. But if you want to know the history about that Autobahn that's going to go to Bela Krajina, this is the history of this Autobahn. So, he did very good. Milan Kučan did very, very good. Now we're going to see what the price tag is going to come. What kind of price tag that Autobahn is going to have for Slovenia. Who knows about the stuff I stated? Who knows about the stuff I talked to you about right now? Entire Slovenia knows. Entire Slovenian parliament in Belgrade, all the Belgrade people, and I'm 100% people in Sabor, in Hrvatski Sabor, people that were connected, they were part of this communist garnitura in ex-Yugoslavia. They all know about this. Everybody knows about this issue too. So what I'm going to say to you, good luck. There is a finger again. I started to like it. Just as I spoke to you on the blog already, I did discuss the issue of this Autobahn here. Oh, I like that, because there's going to be a lot of this stuff. Psychiatrist cop stated, it's not going to be viable for me to be on this side of the house anymore. That's how much noise is going to be here. I like that. I like it now. Do you know what they stated me at the court in Novo Mesto? People from the court in Novo Mesto and from Ljubljana. Do you know what they claim me? They claim me they're making me a favor with what you see right there. They demanded from me during MK Ultra to acknowledge as a favor what you see right there. Scum, Slovenian scum, demanded from me to acknowledge this shit here as a favor. They claim me this project should have come already to existence a long time ago. And it's because of you we did not take on this project. Till you finish your project, we're not going to go and do this project. So they wanted me to thank them for it. Exactly the same thing like the guy, he met me yesterday at Home for Elderly People who stated to me, a nurse at the father, a male nurse. He stated to me, during MK Ultra, he stated to me, he said, I promised him a pain. I promised him a lot of pain when I'm going to get him in my hands. Not only to him, but to Janko and everybody during MK Ultra for the torture they performed on me. He stated to me, you won't be capable to do anything. The only thing you will be able to do is say thank you to us. When we're going to have a father here, we're going to change the diapers and stuff like this. They literally killed my father. And figure out the only way, the same shit like that thing right there. The only thing you're going to be able to say to us is thank you. You say thank you. You're going to get thank you. Sure.